Hello guys, what is up? It's your boy Spooky Noodles, aka Nicholas Ray, and that was my jaw popping. Today we are doing a book mail / collection view, or whatever you want to call it, Spooky Noodles collections. I don't know what to label this video. I think I'm going to just call it book mail, but then I do like a little line and say something like, and this, you know, so yeah, today I have book mail. I have a signed book by Sean Hupp, and then we're going to talk about more about Sean Hupp, and then we will end the video. So without further ado, let's just hop into this. I'm currently reading Pound by Sean Hupp, which is in one of the collections he sent me. So by collections, I think he sent me one collection, but we'll get into it more when I get around to showing it to you. But first, I want to show you the book mail I got. I got one book in the mail, and that is the Sean Hupp book. It's called Felo Desa, The Suicide of Jeremy Price by Sean Hupp. And this cover just screams, like, for me, when I see this cover, it makes me think that this is going to be a dark premise, you know? And just knowing the book already a little bit, it is probably going to be very dark. My copy, like I said, is signed, and it has the Sean Hupp note on it. I don't want to read it out loud to you, not only because I'm not sure how well I can do his, like, reading his stuff justice, because I have like a lot of problems when it comes to reading, so I don't want to flip words around. Plus his handwriting is, well, not to be rude or anything, but I can't, it's not him, it's more so me. I'm not even wearing my glasses, so it's a little hard to read in general, but it's just a little hard to read. I don't know if it's me or him, or it's probably me, honestly. I have really bad eyesight all of a sudden. But, I think I read it earlier. Yeah, I read it earlier, and, I was like, I don't really want to read this on the video, because, well, I guess I could. I don't know. There's no harm in it. I don't know if this is supposed to be just for me, a message for me, or if this is just something he writes on all of his signed copies of this book. But, it's a very serious subject, he says, and he hopes that I read it when I need to read it, basically. And he has a nice signature. 4 people. Oh, this is me reading the back of the book now. So, 4 people, one man's journey, forever changed after death, by one suicide to come to peace. Felo de se, noun, Latin for felon of himself. A person who commits suicide or an unlawful malicious act resulting in his or her death. An act of deliberate self-destruction. Also contains 6 bonus stories. John's Cabin, Fly Me Home, The Bench, I Try My Best, A Poor Man's Coat, A Different Kind of Love Story. So, yeah. Oh, whoops. I flipped the video. Oh no. Oh well. Anyways, sorry I had to stop the video real quick, but this is The Suicide of Jeremy Price, Felo de se. I don't really know how to say that. I like to think I'm saying it right, but I could be wrong. Like I was saying before, the formatting in this book looks pretty nice. This was published in 2018, so pretty long ago. Let's see, it's 2023 now, so 5 years ago. I didn't know Sean Hupp was... So basically, the way I see Sean Hupp's writing so far, he's really good storyteller. Phenomenal storyteller. I really like his stories, and he has so many twists and turns, and I don't know how they're going to end. It's so much fun. I'm reading Pound at the moment, but this is one of those that I think is going to be an emotional gut punch, and I really want to read it very soon, because I can handle that kind of book right now. Most of the time I can't handle gut punches, which is like why I like my comfort reads, because they get me away from thoughts of suicide. But I am in the mood to read something dark, and this sounds like one of those dark reads I want and need to read. So it sounds like a fun book. I don't know much about it, but it sounds like it's about these 4 people and their lives and how they're affected by this one man's suicide. And then it has 6 bonus stories, which I think is really cool. I love when authors throw in a bonus story. I think I'm going to start doing that with my own stuff when I start writing novellas. I'm going to write a bonus story that goes with the novella, or maybe something similar to the novella. And but I don't think I'm going to do that anytime soon, because I don't think I have any novellas ready to go. I do have a novel that I need to look at, because it was edited by somebody a long time ago, but I haven't gotten around to getting around to it. And I know it's a lot. I know she did a lot, but it's just overwhelming seeing how many edits that book has. And that book I started writing in like 2016, 17. So, and maybe not 2016, but like 2017, 2018. So right around when Sean Hupp wrote this and released it, I should say, is probably around the time I started writing Symbiotic. But I don't know if that book will ever be released. My writing's so much better, and I don't feel like going over it again and rewriting it. That seems like a lot of work, and I'm not willing to do that much work. But, it's a good story. Maybe one day I will rewrite it. And I just saw it. James' hair, my bad. It's all over the book for some reason. My dog, literally comes upstairs for a second and gets hair on everything. Meanwhile, my dog, my own dog, my personal dog, my emotional support animal who needs emotional support herself, doesn't shed. So I like that about her. I like that she doesn't shed. I love James, don't get me wrong. James is an amazing dog, but if I could change one thing about him, I'd change the shedding. I don't like the shedding. The shedding is getting a little bit crazy lately, especially in the summer. So in the winter, he gets his winter coat and it kind of sticks more. But in the summer, he's just losing it constantly. So it's just a big ball, like a snow globe in here, So, this book sounds awesome. He also gave me some... Where did they go? He gave me some... Oh, here they are. He gave me this magnet, which I'm going to put with my other magnets as soon as I find them. And he also gave me this rad-looking bookmark. It says, "Fuck off, I'm reading." Sean Hupp, horror author. And on the back it says, "Horror that kicks you in the teeth." That's pretty cool, actually. I like that punchline. But yeah, that is The Suicide of Jeremy Price. Something I'm going to read very soon, hopefully, because right now I'm reading a lot of books at once, and I need to just focus on one. And I think the one I'm going to focus on is going to be Cow Shark or Pound, while I'm also listening to Jaws on audiobook. So yeah, but anyways, now on to the second part of this video. The second part of this video is my Sean Hupp collection. And the first book we're going to start off with is the newest book. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just kidding. We just talked about that. So you already don't need me to talk about it more. But, yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you how many pages the actual story is. Let's see here. I need to read that book, by the way. Okay, anyways. Let's see here. It comes in at 89 pages. So that's a pretty good novella right there. Sorry, I got distracted. What was I saying? My bad. Yeah, 89 pages. That's a novella. Unless it's formatted so it's not a novella. It could be a novelette. Who knows? I write a lot of novelettes. That seems to be my place at the moment. How long my stories get. Right now I'm writing a really good short story, which is going to be capped off around 5,000 to 6,000 words. But lately I've been writing stories that go towards the novelette range. That's where my sweet spot is when it comes to the word count. But I want to write more. I want to write more in longer pieces, you know? I want to be more, and I know a lot of it has to come with me learning the craft more. I need to take classes and stuff, but I'm not really wanting to do that, you know? But I've been thinking maybe to look up some college courses on writing, or I don't know, just some classes. I used to go to Megan Meehan classes and Garrett Cook classes, but yeah, I haven't been to a class in a long time, so I really would like to do that again because I miss learning. Like, I learned from Garrett Cook that I don't do enough when it comes to the setting and sights, smells, sounds, tastes, you know. I don't have I tell the story, but I don't dress it up, you know what I mean? Like, it's just bare bones story, you know, but it could be more, you know. That's what Garrett Cook taught me. He told me that my stories can be more. And I also learned a little bit from Matt Shaw from the one class I took from him. And I won't get into Matt Shaw too much, but basically where I'm at with him is that we're kind of like acquaintances. I wouldn't say he likes me or knows me really at all. I'm just some person on his Facebook feed, but yeah, I've read his books. I like them. I wouldn't say they're my favorite things I've ever read. But I learned what I like about my type of horror. You know what I mean? By learning about his type of horror. And I learned that I like when there's like red herrings and there's stuff like clues throughout the story that makes you go, oh, that's why this happened and this happened and this happened. Because the ending makes it make sense. Whereas some people, with their work, they'll have an ending that comes like straight out of nowhere. Kind of like Richard Lehman, if you will. And it works for a lot of people. For me, personally, even though I do like those out of nowhere endings, I personally love when the author will give you clues and you don't make anything of those clues until the very end, when the ending is very clear. And you can throw some red herrings around, you know, but overall, that's what I like in my horror. I think I went a little bit off track here. I'm so sorry, but we're going to talk about my Sean Hupp collection now. Now that I've gone off my little tangent, if you will. So Sean Hupp, he has these books that I have. And these aren't all of my books that I own by Sean Hupp, but these are all my signed copies that I own from Sean Hupp, by Sean Hupp. So, like I said, The Suicide of Jeremy Price is the first book in my signed Sean Hupp collection. Next is Maniacs with Knives. And, you know what? I think I criticized some of these books for their formatting once. But honestly, it's growing on me. You know, as I'm reading Pound, I like the quick pace of the way it's formatted. It makes me feel like I'm reading a lot of pages in one sitting, even though that's not true at all. But, yeah, I've learned to like this formatting. So, you know, before I was like a little bit critiquing it, but now I'm not. So I apologize, Sean Hupp, if I ever critiqued your formatting. Now I actually have a liking of it, so I kind of retract any bad statements I said about your formatting. I hope if you do watch this, I apologize in general for being a dick. Sometimes I can be a dick, and I apologize for being a dick. Nick the Dick, you can call me. Anyways, this is Maniacs with Knives. I don't know if it has bonus stories. I doubt it, but let me read what the back of it says. To a regular person, they're just tools. A chef uses them to prepare a meal. A surgeon uses them to save lives. To the maniacs in this story, however, theirs is a much darker purpose. The first cut is not the deepest. It's just the beginning. And then we got Maniacs with Knives 2. Actually, I'm not going to read the back of this one because it might give away the first one, so I'm not going to read the back. I do that with all my sequels. But like I said, they're all signed. Yeah. Next, we have this, and this is probably my favorite of them all because it has last words, the worst kind of monster, I will make you love me, and Pound. And Pound is one I'm reading right now. And this is kind of, I think I talked to Sean Hupp about the cover of this one once. And I don't know if he said this or if this is just something I thought. I can't remember. It's probably something Sean Hupp said. But this is really reminiscent of those old Richard Lehman novel and novella collections, you know, or I think they're just novel collections. Like they'll have like a few like the Traveling Vampire Show, and then it will also have another one, and the book will be like this monstrously thick, you know. But yeah, I think he's playing homage to that. On the side it says the Sean Hupp Collection Volume 1. And then at the bottom it says a quote or a blurb from Terry M. West, who says Sean Hupp is a high quality author of darkness. Let me read the back for you guys. I don't think I read the back last time I did this. So here he hears their thoughts, knows their troubles, and knows just the right story to tell them. 4 strangers on a train are about to meet the one man who will change their lives forever. Sean Hupp presents a collection of 4 tales of terror, ranging from suspense to extreme horror. Pay the toll, watch your step, climb aboard, and hang on. So that is like great marketing. Sean Hupp is a Michigander, if you will. He doesn't live very far from me, so I really hope one day I get to meet him at a convention here, or that he just wants to meet up one day. That would be nice. I would actually like to write a book with him, because the more I'm reading his work, the more I'm seeing my own... Sorry about that, guys. My phone fell and it stopped recording. My bad. It just kind of face planted on my laptop keyboard. So, yeah. So anyways, his writing, I think this is what I was talking about last. I kind of took like a 5-minute break, and then I recollected my thoughts and then came back. I think I was talking about how his writing was similar to mine. So, yeah. We have very similar writing. At least that's what I like to think. I could be wrong. Mine is really heavily edited. I don't know about Sean Hupp's. I think I just looked to see if it was edited. And this volume 1 is definitely edited and proofread by a few people. I don't know about his other pieces of fiction. Let me see here. Oh, he has a Patreon? Cool. I don't really know if this one, the Maniacs with Knives, I don't know if those were edited by anyone. But, let's see if this one is. It doesn't say it in the copyright page. It's just usually where I put it. Note to reader. No. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know if these 3 books were edited at all, but I know for sure the volume 1 was edited. But like, I'm reading Pound now, and there is some things where I would write it differently, but personally, I really do like the story he's telling. It's really good. I can't say enough good things, and I also, for some reason, I keep putting my foot in my mouth, and I keep almost saying bad things, but, why am I even telling you that? I don't know, but, honestly, his writing is great, but it reminds me a lot of mine, and I'm very critical of my work, so it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? It's like when you you come across an artist that's similar to your art, and every critique you have about your art, you start like putting onto their art, you know, because it looks exactly like identical to yours, you know, so of course you're going to critique it the same way you'd critique yourself. That's kind of what's going on with me. And when I'm reading Sean Hupp's writing, I'm like it's like I'm rereading my own work, you know, which is cool. I feel like me and him could probably write a book together, but I've never written a book with another person before, so I don't think it would work out. I would have to get someone who does it regularly with somebody else, and then I would learn how to do it. I've done games where you with other writers, where you pass the page along and you continue writing it for a few, how do I put this? I was in this little writing contest thing where everyone would write a chapter, and then the best chapter would get voted, and that would be the chapter. And I did it on a few of these things, and I only won once. And I'm actually heard that the story got scrapped, and so I took my chapter, rewrote it, called everything different, you know, changed the names of the characters, changed the planets' names, changed everything, so it was just my own work, and then I took it in my own direction. And that is a book that I hope to release soon, next year, hopefully. It's called Space Waste, and I've been talking about it a lot on this channel back in the day, but I need to get back to writing that, but I haven't been in a science fiction mood, so I haven't been writing it. Anyways, I'm getting off topic again. We're talking about Sean Hupp, and those are the 4 books I own that are signed. I also have Pound by itself, and I have another copy of The Suicide of Jeremy Price. I almost said it the Jeremy Price of the Suicide. I don't know why my dyslexia is kicking my ass today. I feel like I also own one other book by Sean Hupp, but I can't remember what it was called, if I own it or not. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, that's my collection. Sean Hupp's a great guy, so go check him out. Like I said, Pound is going great. Like I said, it reminds me of my own writing, which is why I keep critiquing it, you know, which is hard for my brain because it's the same complaints I have with my own writing when I reread it, you know what I mean? So it's nitpicking, you know, and it's not great to do. I hate nitpicking. It's just something my brain immediately wants to do when I find someone's work that's similar to mine. But anyways, I feel like I'm putting my foot in my mouth at the moment, so I'm going to shut the fuck up. And I'm going to get back to writing. I've actually done quite a bit today. I recorded 3 songs. I wrote 400 words before I stopped, but I think I'm going to jump back into it. But I recorded 3 songs, and I did it all wrong because I sent the songs to my mixing and mastering person, and they immediately told me, that's great, but why can I only hear it out of one ear? And I listened to it, and I'm kind of hard of hearing in one ear. I don't recall which ear is worse. I think it's this ear that's worse, but it could be this ear. This ear always has some problems. This ear has some problems. They both are bad, but I think one's worse than the other. Anyways, it was all coming out of this ear and barely any out of this ear, I think. And it's because I used a stereo recording, and it only recorded on one because it's an input thing for the Focusrite thing. Anyways, I'm talking a lot of stuff you guys probably don't know or care about, but I've recorded it all wrong. I should have recorded it on a mono, I guess, and that's something I'm learning. He said he can alter it so it he can turn it into a mono track, where I made it a stereo track, which was coming out of one headphone. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that going on. I'm learning so much stuff from doing this recording things. If you want to listen to my music, I can put a link in the description if you want to go listen to it. It's not the greatest stuff, I know. I'm screaming most of the time or doing some weird witch cackle thing. I don't even know what to call what I do. It's definitely not singing, though. And I guess you can say it's rapping in some parts, but it's more like me roaring the lyrics. So, yeah. If that interests you, though, I will put a link down to my channel, and you can check my rap channel. Some of y'all already have my rap channel subscribed and stuff from the last time I had beef with somebody, and they told me to stop making music on my channel, so then I went and made a channel for my music. So I don't know if any of y'all remembered that, but that happened once. And I don't know why I let someone dictate how I run my channel, you know? If I want to post music on my BookTube channel, I'm going to post music on my BookTube channel. Fuck y'all, you know? I don't give a damn. But anyways, it's no big deal, really. I know this is a channel for books, and that's why people come here, and I should probably just stick to books. But, you know, that's why I made a rap channel, because I guess if people are going to complain about that, you know, I probably should make a rap channel. So I did. I made a rap channel. The rap name is Nobody, spelled with zeros instead of O's, because nobody is a zero, if you get it. Get it? Okay. So yeah, go check that. It's Nobody Raps, or Nobody _ Raps. You could do the @ sign. Maybe that's what I'm going to do, probably. Yeah, I have a few songs up on there. A lot of them need to be re-recorded or redone in some way, because I both do things differently now, and I got a new mic. So yeah, before I was recording with my podcasting mic, my Blue Yeti Pro, which is a really good mic, but it's not good for what I need it for. So that just plugged straight into the USB. I didn't know that hurt the quality of the mic. You know, as soon as you plug in an XLR into the Focusrite and then the Focusrite into the laptop, it's so much clearer. And then when you have a new microphone with it, oh man, it was just so nice. The lyrics are gonna sound so amazing coming out of that microphone. Now, I have to do it mono tracks. I learned that today, so I will do that. And hopefully, getting a little tired here. I just took my second Adderall like not too long ago, so I don't know why I'm getting tired. But I gotta record on a mono track. I think that's what I was saying. Because stereo track, you can't do that with yeah. So I'm learning things, you know. But if you want to check out my music, I made a Brian Barry song. If you don't know who Brian G. Barry is, he is an author of Snow Shark, Snow Shark 2, Ogre, Into the Pit. What are some of his popular ones? I'm reading one of them called Cow Shark. Blood Lanes. You know, the list goes on. Brian G. Barry, guys, he's awesome. I made a song about him. I use his books in the song. It's pretty cool. Then I have an Almighty Push song, which the hook sounds great, but I think I want to redo the verse. Then I have a song called Haunter, which I actually think I just made it unlisted, so you can only find it through the playlist. But that one is actually one I just redid, and it sounds so much better. So yeah, but I think I have one more. Oh, a Bill Lambier song. It's not that great. But yeah, go check it out. Nobody Raps. It's gonna be good soon. I hope it's good soon. Because I really like the lyrics I'm writing, and the beats I'm writing on are great. It's just my voice is always something I always question, and now that I'm screaming these vocals, kind of, or whatever you want to call it that I'm doing, growling these lyrics, it sounds a lot better to me. But anyways, I think this video has been going on for a little too long now. Luckily, I didn't add all this shit to the last video, because this video would be over an hour long. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. Good time, see? I hope you have a great day. Spooky night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.